Today, I want to tell you guys that we are opening up our books for the Condemn Labs Ambassador Program, the Iron Infamy. Now, we're super excited about this. We've had some ambassador programs in the past. They fell a little short. They scaled. They grew out of control. We were also a younger company with less experience. We didn't have the proper management in place. We didn't have the proper systems. I am very confident now in what we are doing. I've never been so confident in the brand identity, the brand image, the messaging that we're talking about is very cohesive. I thought it was time that we open up the floodgates. We have been getting inquiries. People want to be part of the brand, and I was very skeptical to start taking people on in a bulk situation because I didn't know if we could manage it. But I did find somebody in a leadership role who's done this for brands at the highest level. He put together a lot of systems, standard operating procedures, communication tools, and obviously the thing that's the most important to you guys is going to be the way that we incentivize you. We made it very realistic. I looked at a lot of the ambassador programs on today's market. They kind of get you caught in this hamster wheel where you're working for them, you're promoting, and you're just not getting anything in return, or there's no room for growth, or they promise you the dream and they kind of underdeliver. Condemn Labs has brought on guys with the smallest followings, and have walked them up to a free product, higher commissions. And then eventually some of these guys have grinded and proved themselves and done exceptionally well beyond expectation. And, they have full salary positions. We also reinvest back in the athletes that are doing the best. We want to help and support them as much as possible. So if somebody's doing really well, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll put a videographer on them, try to get them as much content as possible to help them grow even further, to develop the relationship and the partnership. So it's a little bit different over here at Condemn Labs because we invest in you as much as you invest in us, where a lot of these other companies, you're not going to have access to the owner of the company. You might not have access to an athlete advisor who's going to be able to give you that one-on-one consultation and really help you develop yourself and get better on social media and grow your personal audience. Obviously, you guys know it's a socially dominated era. The bigger your audience, the bigger chances of room for opportunity. So with that being said, the Iron Infamy, we're staying hardcore with the brand. We thought about pivoting a couple of times. We know it's an influencer-dominated market right now. We know the landscape of hardcore bodybuilding is changing. In fact, I actually thought it was dying up until recently. And then I said, you know what? I don't think it's dying. I think we need to stay true to our messaging. Stop worrying about what other people are doing. Stop looking and seeing what's, trending at the current moment and just put the blinders on like we always have. Stay focused on Condemned. Stay true to the hardcore bodybuilding, the hardcore fitness realm. And if you look at a lot of our athletes, the stories have never been more clear. They resonate with a huge, wide audience, which is attracting a way more larger crowd because all of us have been through something really, really hard. And we've kind of propelled ourselves through the most darkest times of our lives, and we pretty much all use fitness in one way, shape, or form as some sort of gateway to get us there and bridge that gap. So that's the whole Condemn Labs theme. It's the punishing aspect we go through as bodybuilders in life, and it's to come out changed and transformed to make us that much better. And that's what the brand was always about, and that's what the brand's always going to be about. We don't want to exemplify a fake narrative here and make things seem like they're easy and they're pretty and they're polished and it's all sunshine and rainbows because, let's face it, guys, it's not like that. So this ambassador program, who's it for? It's for the hustlers. It's for the grinders. It's for the people who aren't scared to post on social media. If you believe in the product, you should be excited to get this product in people's hands, and we're going to incentivize you properly. There's levels you can come on for all walks, shapes of life, all size followings, all different types of clientele. We're opening the floodgates for you to sign up on our page, condemnlabs.com. You'll see in the navigation button, there's going to be an ambassador sign-up page, and that goes to our athlete advisor, and he's combing everybody one by one. We don't want to open the floodgates and bring on thousands of people. We've done that before in the past. Kind of want to baby step this. We're going to bring on some people. We might pause the submissions for a little bit, refine that group, see how it works, check to make sure that our procedures and systems that we put in place are working, make sure that everybody's happy. There'll be a lot of communication. We're going to be gauging feedback and things of that nature. But man, am I excited about this. I'm looking at connecting with like-minded people. I've never been so confident of moving forward on something. This is Condemn Labs has been about 10 years in, and we're just really starting to figure things out. We're using a lot of our past mistakes as gauges of what not to do, and our gut and our intuition and our experience on how to move forward. And like I said, the big thing for us is authenticity. That's the biggest thing, right? So we want to make sure that we're authentic to our roots and who we are. We're not trying to be anybody else. We're not trying to do what everybody else is doing. We've never been that. Our products exemplify that. Our new roster of athletes exemplify that. And we're looking for more people. And hopefully you guys fit that model and, are interested in finding a home, because that's essentially what we're creating. We're creating a home for guys that are still chasing that hardcore bodybuilding theme, guys that, put in the work, that grind it out. You could be a 9-to-5 worker, a dad that comes home tired, somebody who's up early in the morning, somebody who's been through hell. If you look at some of the athletes we have on the team now, some of these guys struggle with addiction. Some of them did jail time for attempted murder. Some of these people have been, victims of domestic violence. Some of these people have went broke belly up. Some of these people have just lost it all and been through some of the most darkest times. And the crazy and motivating and inspiring story behind it all is they've all pretty much found fitness as a place to build themselves back up and come back that much better and transform themselves. And a lot of these guys are coaches now and help other people, that's the bigger picture thing, right? Like changing lives out here, being impactful for other people, a beacon of light. Of course, from the selfish company perspective, we want you guys to get sales. We want you guys to push product. We want you guys to get this brand out here. Why wouldn't we? We believe that we have one of the best brands on the market, and it's just not seen enough. So obviously connecting with people on this level, there's an exchange here. We're looking for promotion. We're looking for content, and we're looking to give you guys exposure. We're looking to incentivize you guys with commission, free products, potential salary opportunities. I mean, the list goes on. It's really what you see is what you get. I mean, you can look at some of my guys and some of my athletes, and you can see they're not the prime time polished Olympian bodybuilders who live the perfect bodybuilding dream and lifestyle. These are regular guys that have families, wives, kids, been through some shit. They get on social media. They believe in the products. They like what we're doing. They're passionate about it, and they throw it out there, and they want to share it with other people. And that's what, as company owners, we're always looking for. Yes, do sales matter? Of course sales matter. If you're doing your job right and you're promoting and you're firing all cylinders, you're putting out great quality content, and people are seeing you consistently, eventually they should convert and they should say, hey, I want to try this product. Hey, I want to support person X. So that is what we are looking for. But on the back end, we're also willing to deliver. Like I said before, I invest a lot of money back into my athletes. I try to help them grow. I give them the ultimate amount of communication. We have community teams on like WhatsApp groups now. We used to do it on Facebook, but we know a lot of people aren't on Facebook. So like direct from the phone on WhatsApp, people talking, communicating, helping each other out. We just recently had a situation where another athlete found another athlete who has a similar story and pulled them in, made their own video content and everything. Like this is the community that we're trying to build. This is what we're trying to establish our footprint in the industry. This is what we want to be known for. And I mean, I think it's just a great opportunity for people who see the brand, feel like they might be a fit for a brand. Maybe they don't feel like they resonate with other brands because they're a little too pretty, a little too polished, or just not for them. The lifestyle is not really realistic or attainable, where, I think we resonate with a wider scope and a bigger audience. So if you guys are interested and you guys want to hear from us, feel free to go to the website, www.condemnlabs.com, check out the submission form, sign up. An athlete advisor is going to get your submission. They're going to look at it. They're going to qualify you. They will reach out to you via either email. It might even be text message or phone call if you guys are comfortable with that. We're looking forward to hearing from you. I'm looking forward to building the brand. I've never been so excited going into 2025, where I finally feel like it's crazy, because a lot of people say, overnight success usually takes about 10 years. In February, we're coming up on the 10-year mark, and I feel like we're just starting to get into our flow state where we're figuring things out. We know what we want. We know what not to do. Yeah, we'll make some new mistakes going forward in the past, but we're not going to make the old ones. We're starting from a very experienced point, and that to me is very reassuring. I'm also, making it my business to get more products out to you guys, develop new SKUs, better formulations, cooler packaging, cooler branding. And then obviously this robust ambassador program, I do really want to build an army of like-minded individuals so that we can have our own little community, a little home for us to all be a part of, because we know we're not for everybody. We know the industry is changing. We know markets are changing. We know the influencer landscape is totally different than it was 5 years ago, and night and day different than it was 10 years ago. So it's important for us to find people that are similar and like-minded, and then kind of want to stick together, and then, grow together, learn from one another, piggyback off of each other, and then just, evolve the whole evolution of the subculture of bodybuilding. So that's what I'm all about. I hope you guys are too. Like I said, if it's something that interests you guys, go to the website, sign up today. You might hear back from me. I might give you a follow on the social media page. Like I said, we're not looking to scale this thing to thousands of people. We want to keep a small, intimate vibe on the team. We want to make sure that we have a controlled environment. We also want to gauge our feedback and make sure that we're doing the right thing by you guys, giving you guys as much as possible, because we know a lot of you guys come on board and you do put a lot of hard work, and you guys, you guys help build a brand. Without people like you signing up or being a part of this team, or, widening the audience for the brand, we cannot grow. So we definitely understand that. We appreciate it. We take that into consideration at the highest level, and we try to give back as much as we physically can as a smaller brand. And like I said, some of my guys have started from nothing, buying products at a discount and promoting, and then having codes being used, and have moved up over the last couple of years in the ranks, and, are on full-blown salaries now with retainers geared towards, videographers to film them and help them produce more content and things of that nature. They're plastered all over our social media pages with hundreds of thousands of followers across all the platforms. So it's a good opportunity for exposure, to connect with like-minded people, get some free products initially, and, just kind of like help other people out, growing and getting the brand recognition out there, and then seeing what you can do with the opportunity. I always try to help people, especially, this is one of those situations where it's really about the more you put in, the more you get out. So if you guys are interested, sign up today. Message me, Michael Nicholas 718, if you have any questions. Iron Infamy Condemn Labs page is going to be the best point of contact if you want to get in touch with our athlete advisor, or if you just want to be seen by the brand. You guys know what to do. Just keep tagging Condemn Labs, and, we'll definitely keep an eye out on the social media page for you. But otherwise, sign up on the Ambassador Program. I'm looking forward to hearing from each and every one of you guys. If there's anything you guys want to hear more about, or you want to see from us, feel free to reach out. We're always open to hearing what you have to say, because, our ears are always to the ground, and that's what makes us a little bit more unique than every other company on the market. So appreciate you guys. Sign up for the Iron Infamy today at www.condemnlabs.com.